Thank you for joining us here at Beadaholique as we do another instructional video. And today we're going to cover a very fun medium, and that is Easy Mold's two-part silicone mold putty. So what I'm going to do to begin is, first off, I'm going to take off any rings I have because I'm going to be kneading the mold putty in my hands. And in the kit, you're going to have part A, which is a white substance, and then part B, which is purple. And what's nice is, as long as these are not touching, they'll stay pliable and fresh for a very long time. I'm going to open them up. And unlike when you're doing resin and you have two-part resin, you need the measurements to be really exact. You don't need them to be so exact with the mold putty. You just need to eyeball it and have approximately the same amount of putty. So you take the two units and you squish them together. And this is why we took our rings off. And you want to work relatively fast. You have about 1 minute. So go ahead and knead it together. And what we're trying to remove are all these white striations. And just do one mold at a time. And I have a plate here from my kitchen, which is a non-porous surface. You don't want to use a paper plate. You don't want to use newspaper print. You just want to use a nice non-porous surface. Go ahead, put that down. Again, working pretty quickly. You have about 3 minutes now total. Go ahead, depress a button or whatever you want and let it sit there. And now we're going to wait 25 minutes for that to cure. And then once that is ready, we will go ahead and pop out our button. So in the meantime, I'm going to make another mold. And that was really how quick and easy that was. That took no time at all. Now the button was really easy because I could just depress it down into my form. With the skull here, I have a little skull button. I am going to do a little different technique because I want to shape it around the head. Because I don't want his features to be distorted at all, I'm going to go ahead and put my ball of clay on top of him. And instead of like pressing it here and dragging it over, I'm actually going to take some from the side and roll it over him. Now I want to make sure that I have enough because here in a moment I'm going to need to make sure that he is sitting on a flat surface so that when I do fill the mold, it'll stay straight. And so now I'm just going to push him down like so, make sure it is flat. And now I'll let him dry. Go ahead, I'm going to push that down, and right now I'm taking a rubber stamp. There's a million of these out there, and you're probably wondering what to do with all of them. You could go ahead and make molds. And I'm just going to leave that like that is. Again, wait 25 minutes. 25 minutes have elapsed, and we're going to go ahead and release our original objects from our molds, which are now set up. It does only take 25 minutes, which is really hard to believe, but it is true. And a very interesting thing happened when we were away. Here our rubber stamp mold took a tumble, which is a good thing to be cognizant of and be aware of. So we can't use this mold, but it does show that we need to be cautious when we do have an object that is taller than it is wide, or really top heavy or bottom heavy, that we have to be careful that it is in a completely upright position. So I am going to go ahead and release this just to show you what it would have looked like. Now, unfortunately, we can't use this, but we know not to make that mistake again. But our other molds are fine. So I'm going to take the first one. We're just going to go ahead, gently pull on the sides. It's very flexible. And then we're going to pop out our object. Do the same for our skull. As you can see, we have an impression in there as well. So if you're going to go ahead and use polymer clay with these, you can go ahead and use them right away. If you want to use resin, you need to wait for 24 hours. And so what we've done is we have actually, I'm going to show you a variety here of some other molds that we made. We made a little airplane, made a couple other buttons. This here was a little vintage jewelry component I had. Made a little mold of that. We actually even molded a branch from outside. A couple troubleshooting tips is, one, you don't want to press down so hard that, like, here are these tips, these edges, that it actually goes through to the bottom. Because what will happen is that'll create a little hole, and if you're pouring resin, it's going to leak out the base, and you're not going to have any object that's going to come out of the mold because it's all going to drain out the side. So the way you can prevent that is if you do accidentally push down too hard, you can go ahead and put some tape, just some packaging tape, flush up against your mold, the sticky side attached to the mold, and go ahead and press it into place, and then lay your mold down flat again, and that should seal up that hole. Another thing you want to be cautious of is if you have something that has all, you want to make sure that there's a complete round bowl shaped, so that when you do fill it, it all stays secure in there. You don't want to have a slit down here or part of it that doesn't encompass it. You also want to go ahead, and if you pull an object out of the mold and it has perhaps a rough edge, just take a diamond file. You can quickly file it down. I hope you have lots of fun making mini molds using silicone 2-part mold putty.